Hi guys, so it is time for season 2 of Let's Grow Together, and today I'm going to show you all how you can have an alternative for seed starters. So once again, we're all about being frugal and making it do what you got, right? And so if you don't got it already in your house or you got to go get it, dollar store, that's where I went for all the things I'm going to use today. So these cups, actually dollar store is $1.25 now, and a pan with a lid. And I'm going to show you why this is going to make sense, because you now have a makeshift greenhouse. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you got, your gardening clothes on. As you can see, I'm already kind of grimy. You want to make sure that your cups fit inside of your greenhouse. And so you just kind of stick them in there. I'm just going to do a couple so you can see. And then make sure that your lid, your greenhouse top, is going to fit. This does, so that's good. These are the perfect size. So just so we're very clear on the size, these are 9-ounce cups. These are 9-ounce size. And they're plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys over to my composting pile. And I have some soil in there too. And then I will fill these cups. I'm going to fill these cups in the tray first. And then we're going to fill them with dirt. That's the blooper reel. The blooper reel. Okay, take two. So I'm going to take these cups. I'm going to fill them up off camera, and then fill the tray. And then afterwards, I'm going to go over and show you all the compost pile. I have my compost and soil mixed together, so nice and healthy soil. And then we'll fill the cups up together. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so if you guys were here with me for the first season of Let's Grow Together, then you know that this is my compost pile. So what I've done is I've sat the tray with the cups on this side, because I actually just put something on the side and covered it with dirt. I compost all my green waste, so fruits and veggies, etc. So I actually dug a hole, put it under there, and covered it back up. In the meantime, this soil, as you can see, just got some weeds and everything growing in it because it's outside and it's uncovered. But as you can see, let's use my hands like this. Look how nice and rich that soil is. Isn't that awesome? So perfect for getting our seeds started. Okay, so something else I wanted to add about why this soil looks so good, because it's not just soil. Again, this is my compost pile too. So I took all the soil from my last growing season and I dumped it in here, my compost bin. But then what I also did was I compost throughout the year. So all of my green waste, like fruits and veggies, etc., they go in here. They get buried in here, etc., etc., etc. So this soil is actually from 2020. Last year, as you all know, if you were sticking with me through Let's Grow Together, I lost my crop last year because the frost was here until May. It was really late frost, so I lost my entire crop. So last year, there was no crop for Let's Grow Together. So that's why it looks so nice. It's so nice and brown and moist because it's compost and soil. And it's been sitting here for more than a year, so about 18 months. And we're back. So as you can see, we have filled our cups, and they're clear. So you can see all the goodness is going on when the roots get nice and strong and start growing downwards. We can see everything that's going on. And so now it's time for us to plant our seeds. So what I've done is I have my trusty toolbox here. I keep my seeds in a toolbox. This is my seed bank. And I go more into that in an ebook about why it's important to keep a seed bank. But what I do is I keep the seeds that I purchase, like these. And I also keep the seeds that I harvest. So every time I harvest something that I eat from my garden, I save the seeds. So I have here, I put them in these little envelopes. These are seed envelopes. You can get them online. And I use them, I store them. This is my seed bank. So all of my seeds, I keep them in a toolbox and start them. All right, so look at the plan. Okay, so as you can see, everything is labeled. Here is, my hand's in the way. So here's the black cherry. Here is my finger's in the way again, the chili pepper. So these are all labeled, okay? You want to just take your finger, boop, put a hole in there. Just do that for each one of those. Boom. And then I already had some of the cherry seeds in my hand. So we're just going to drop them in the hole. So drop it, drop it, drop it, and then just cover it up. That's it. And that's how we sow seeds. So I'll do the same thing for the rest of them and be right back. Okay, so seeds are planted, everything looks pretty good. Now it's time to water. And I have a jar of water right here. And yes, I'm using a mason glass because I'm country, and that's alright. So we're just gonna water everybody. Give them a nice little, yep, water really good. Oh, one more thing I can tell you guys. Add a hole at the bottom for drainage. I did that, but I didn't tell you that step. I've already done that. So each of these cups has a hole for drainage. So that way we can reduce mold and we can eliminate having to start all over again with replanting our seeds. So there we go. And before we close everything up, we want to reduce the amount of fungus that's going to grow because we're going to have a lid, we're going to make a greenhouse, and so you want to reduce the amount of fungus that's going to grow on your seeds and kill them and prevent them from growing. And so we add natural cinnamon. Did you know that cinnamon is a natural fungal? It is. A little dash of Duya, and there you go. A natural pesticide of sorts. Fungicide. Okay, so we have sown our seeds, they've been watered, got some cinnamon on them to prevent fungal growth. Now it's time for us to cover them and create our greenhouse environments. And we're just gonna snap that on. Oh, come on, little guy. There we go. So you're just gonna snap that on, and boom, you've got your greenhouse. And it only costs you $2.50. Are you ready to grow together? Okay, so here is what your homemade greenhouse looks like when you first set it up. And here's what it looks like when the greenhouse starts greenhousing. Nice and steamy. Got our seeds in a nice little sauna. And we'll see them sprout in about 7 to 10 days. Happy growing.